All right, once again, I'm live at 5. How you doing, man?
Yo, yo,
Hey, what's
living,
going on,
man,
man? You doing all right?
living.
Doing all right?
Yeah, I'm living, man. You know what I'm saying? I'm all right. How you doing, man?
Doing all right, man. Getting some of my weight back, man.
I feel you.
I've been working on my nephew and stuff like that, man. I had got down to 143 pounds, dude. I said, wait a minute. You gotta get this right.
Hmm.
Yeah, I mean, I was always between 150, but it just, when you working out that much and then you work out on your own and you know, you eat like I eat, discipline and stuff. If you work out a lot and you overdo it, you'll lose the weight. And I mean, it ain't gonna make it, but you can tell that you're losing the weight. You know what I'm saying?
Oh yeah, for
But
sure, for
that's,
sure.
but
I
I'm not.
know about that.
I don't need to lose 50 pounds. He does. So I told him sometimes you got to walk with yourself and do certain things by yourself, and I can just watch because I can't. You know, I can't lose that much too as well.
Yeah, that's real.
So
You definitely
and
got to lose weight
and
before you
it changed
work out.
things around and made I'll say this, man. I'll say this. When you lose a certain amount of pounds and shit, it make you I mean, well, the weather changed, so I've been sometimes getting leg cramps and shit. But it's all right. I mean, I just keep my water with me and all that. So you see me drinking water, that's what it is, right?
And that's what I got to do. I got to start drinking more water. But I've been more on my water tip though
No, I
lately,
mean I
man.
drink it, but it's just that when you exert energy, you need to put that water back in. That's all.
Right.
And then I do other things as well. I always move around and stuff like that. As a matter of fact, I'll be going to North Carolina tomorrow. So, but I say, I just finished putting stuff together, um, working on a lot of playlists and things like that. Everything from gospel, hip hop. I mean, this stuff is crazy. Graduations up, prom up. As a matter of fact, we had a young man in Virginia. He got killed 2 weeks before his high school graduation. Young football player. Yeah, shootings like crazy out the whirlwind. A lot of stuff going on. What's going on out there in California?
Just shoot, man. Same old, man. They got a deficit, man. You know what I'm saying? They talking about some corruption. I think I sent the link the other night.
Yep.
There's some corruption over here in Orange County too, man, with Disney and you know what I'm saying. It's ridiculous, man. You know what I'm saying. It's the same old, man. My thing is, um, it's kind of from what I'm looking at it from the outside looking in, a lot of this stuff looks really, you know what I'm saying. A lot of the stuff that's going on looks all deliberate, like it's been done on purpose. You see what I'm saying? And it's just like a lot of social experiments, a lot of psyops going on right now at the same time too. So a lot of things made to distract us. You see what I'm saying?
Hmm. I
It's
see.
working.
Hmm. Is it?
A lot of rights being stripped away. You know what I'm saying? Like, when they talk about, you know what I'm saying, certain people and creeds, and how you can't, how you want to retaliate against people and stuff like that. You know what I'm saying? And the funding at these schools and stuff, that says a lot to me, bro. That's like, yeah, that's like that.
Well, you know something.
Mhm. To
I told you
anybody
what
else.
happened in Virginia, right?
Hmm.
I
With the
told
flood or
you.
something.
No, I told you got the thing coming up in next month. When they go not I mean the starting school year. No, I think it's the beginning of the year. I think it's the beginning of January 1st, 2026. They're gonna tell the parents, hey, look, man, the kids can't have a cell phone and they can be limited to 1 hour of social media a day.
You know what's crazy? I remember back a while back we was doing a story on how they was talking about taking the phones from the school, but that makes sense with the social media thing too. It's like China kind of got something going on like that out there in their country too. But that's what we trying to tell people, man. This is this is some definitely switching it up, man. This is definitely some They definitely doing some, you know what I'm saying? Some China-like type things right now, man. It's, to the point where, you know what I mean, just like Charles
Oh
Schwab
yeah,
said.
oh yeah. By the way, I got to talk about that Abercrombie and Fish dude too.
Okay. You got an update on that cat?
Yeah, they said he's unfit to serve trial due to mental condition or something.
He has a mental. Oh, that's right. Yeah, I remember it was some months ago that he was talking about that. So he trying to say, but see, my thing, could Puffy have pulled that off? That's what I want to know.
And another thing that now I'm from Virginia. I used when I was younger. Mm-hmm. This was when Chris Brown was like, he was hot, but he was like getting off the ground, really like, maybe like 2008. He had gotten some trouble. I used to play ball with Chris Brown at American Family Fitness in Short Pump. That's like 25 minutes away. I was just out there Tuesday. Shoot, Chris Brown, different cat now, but shit, Chris Brown just got arrested today for something that happened 2 years ago out there in England or something.
I heard they were trying to get some charges. I mean, I heard they arrested them recently or some shit.
Yeah, You
heard about that? Because he said free. He said free. Free lanes or something like that. Some shit. I don't know. Some bullshit going on, bro.
Well,
a lot of this stuff is. I'm telling you, a lot of this shit is just some shit. It's a social experiment. To really see how we react and respond to these situations, and it's also to put us in a certain light. You know what I'm saying? You go after the rich celebrities that are probably acting in these events anyway. You see what I'm saying? The agent provocateurs. You go after them, or you make it seem like you go after them, but at the same time, it's always some black people, right? So, how does that look? How does that, condition? How does that look to the regular black people like me and you? You know what I'm saying? So-called black people, right? That's just some condition. I'm telling you, man. Trying to put us in our place. I don't know what is definitely some negative shit though. I'll tell you that. That's for sure. Negative reinforcements, you feel me? Stereotypes and the black man is bad. You know what I'm saying? Type, you feel what I'm saying? Just like with the Halle Bailey, whatever her name is, trying to push the black man is bad. Black man shouldn't have custody of his kid. The mom should have custody of her kid. You know what I'm saying? That's what that is. You know what I'm saying? That's how I take it. Very psychological, man. To me, you know what I'm saying? This is for the future. This is for these kids and for these, you know what I'm saying? These young females and these young people growing up to condition them to think that black men are a certain kind of way, and it's cool for black men to act a certain way, or you know what I'm saying, or it's co-signed or it's stamped for black men to be, you know what I mean? That's the standard for black men to act. That's how I take it. This is very, the media has a big part in this. And see, now you got Cassie on the stand, right? You know what I'm saying? Low-key admitting, basically making herself look bad, in my opinion, because you basically co-signing everything that everybody was saying about you from 21 Jump Street. So I'm just like, wow, you know what I'm saying? Do you know that you're low-key incriminating yourself? That's how I take it. Does she really know that? Because she's incriminating herself like a mug. You know what I'm saying? She talking about she like, you know what I'm saying? And all this crazy madness. Like, that's wild.
You got a point there, man.
And you know what I'm saying? That's evidence. Like, that case should be shit. Then that case, the case where her and him, or whatever the case is. But my thing is, it should be dropped. And then you go, this dude gives you millions of dollars, and then you go on a stand, I guess, against him. But it really seemed like it was in his defense because you basically admitting to, you know what I'm saying, wanting to, you know what I mean, lick cats D's and and take it in bussy and all types of madness, wild ridiculousness that you was talking about in them text messages. You know what I'm saying? Outlandish things that you was talking about. You know what I'm saying?
All right. Yep, you're right. I mean, yeah, man, it's I got a lot of stuff going on like that. I mean, you know, you pay attention. I mean, if you get into the distraction thing, I mean, it's like this, man. Like I always tell you, I've been saying it for about a year now. Once you cast the act, it's my many time I did it might walk anyway.
I mean, look at what she was saying. Look at the testimony of the so-called person that's supposed to be, you know what I'm saying? That's supposed to be was so scared for her life and so this and that, bro.
Is this a federal trial? Is this a federal trial or what? It's a federal trial, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Go back because I read it. Notice they said I went back and read it. They said normally federal trials do not get televised.
See?
So do we? I mean, they saying she said it, but I'm saying, have we really seen that? This saying, and the reason I'm saying, have we really seen that? Because that person that they showing do not look like Diddy.
It don't look like Diddy, bro. And it was compared, and it was on the internet. It was clowning, bro. They was putting that picture next to Uncle Ben and shit. Oh, they was clowning.
Look like Diddy, man. I can tell you a lot, man. So a lot of times that person don't be like Derek Chauvin. You know they want Derek Chauvin.
You know what they look like? They look like motherfucking what's his name? From damn. On the movie Lethal Weapon. What was Danny Glover and shit? That shit look like Danny Glover. That look like no damn Puff Daddy, man. You know what I'm saying? Straight up.
Right. Yeah. I mean, you got a point, man. I mean, I think it's funny as hell to me. But at the same time, I understand. Now, I was out today, you know, let's put it this way. When you know a lot of people hear you tell you a lot of shit. Right. So that's sometimes when you're DJ and things like when you do personal training, you be out just about people know you and just say, hey man, I'm Foot Locker got bought out by Dick's Sporting Goods. I said, what? What? So I was like, sound like Monopoly. But anyway, Dick's Sporting Goods has bought out Foot Locker for $2.4 billion. All right. Now, Foot Locker was where you used to get Georgia from and all that. You know, now have you ever been to Dick's Sporting Goods before? I'm asking you. If you haven't been to Dick's Sporting Goods, I had to explain it to you.
Yeah, I've been.
Okay. Now, what do you think the average price of a basketball in Dick's Sporting Goods costs?
Shit like
like
$30, like $30.
Oh, some of them basketballs cost $60, man.
Damn.
But you know, I bought a pair of compression tights from one time for like $30-some.
Damn.
Okay. Now, it depends on what kind of basketball you get. All right. So let's pull this up. Some of them are $30. But I'm going to show you that ain't always the case. You see the prices here? Hold on. You got one of them. You see this one on the end is Wilson? You see that one? Can you see it?
Yeah, I see it.
One of them is 89, one of them is 109, one of them is 44, one of them is 89. This one's 46, this one's 35. You got all types of basketballs on here. Right? So that's the price of a basketball at Dick's Sporting Goods. You can get different prices, of course. I mean, not, technically. But so that's Dick's Sporting Goods. All right. So I don't know about merging with Foot Locker and all that. I would have to see. But you do have a lot of companies merging right now. So that's another thing, right? Paying attention to that, right? So it is what it is. So that's that. Let's pull that out. All right. All right.
$24 a share. Courtney Reagan is here with all of the rather juicy details, Courtney.
Yeah, obviously. So this one was rumored sort of late last night, and we obviously can confirm now that this is true. And I spoke with Dick's Sporting Goods executive chairman Ed Stack. He's also the son of the founder of the company, about the retailer's deal to buy Foot Locker. Ed Stack told me, look, it gives us a much deeper relationship with the key brands that we do business with: Nike, Adidas, On Running, all of them. And that footwear is the engine that pulls the train for Dick's Sporting Goods. Now, Stack recognizes Foot Locker's challenges, largely exacerbated by Nike's previous decision to pull back on inventory at retail partners as it pursued its own direct-to-consumer strategy. That strategy, however, has since been reversed at Nike. And Stack said, quote, we think our expertise from an executional and operational standpoint and that know-how can help get Foot Locker back to where it should be in the industry. He added, Foot Locker was the place where they sold the coolest shoes, had the coolest employees, and they sold them to the coolest kids who really wrote the narrative about what was cool in this country and around the world. And that footwear is the engine that pulls the train for Dick's Sporting Goods. And he thinks that, again, he can get Foot Locker back to that. He also called out benefits to Foot Locker's international presence. Remember, Dick's is not international. He also said, look, Foot Locker has stores in areas that are going to be harder for Dick's to find enough space and the right economics to put in its own stores. Now, the intention is to run Foot Locker as its own business with its own branding. Stack said he thinks the world of the team at Foot Locker and that Mary Dillon will remain CEO of Foot Locker, at least through the integration. And then after that, she and Stack will, quote, talk about what she wants to do. Now, what Stack wants Dick's Sporting Goods shareholders to know is that there's already been an internal intention to not let this deal distract from Dick's Sporting Goods' main strategies, which he says are gaining momentum as the retailer also pre-announces quarterly comparable sales up north of 4% today. Now, there's a small team at Dick's that's been retasked to focus on bringing the Foot Locker business in. Stack is going to be the one that is leading that team.
It's so impressive because Dick's was $119 stock in 2021. Yeah. And a lot of the, we've mentioned other, high watermarks. Mm-hmm. Dick's today is now at 180, 209 before the deal. I mean, they've done incredibly well in the post-COVID period. So they're coming from a position of strength. You think investors might give them the benefit of the doubt. The shares are off their lows this morning, down 17, now down about 13%, right. But they still seem to have some concerns.
Yeah, absolutely. And I think, look, whenever you look at deals like this, usually the acquirer is the one that takes it on the chin a little bit in the early going. Certainly, if you look at Foot Locker's business in the past, maybe you could say they got it for a deal. But of course, is it going to be accretive? Stack thinks it will be in the first full year. He's not giving those estimates quite yet. He says there's going to be some synergies. He thinks maybe between maybe $125 million, but again, does intend to continue running these as separate businesses, kind of a bolt-on. The international presence, though, does seem to be an opportunity he's looking at. He says there's a total addressable market there of about $300 billion, which they're not getting any of right now.
And you mentioned the whole Nike thing. Yeah. In many ways, at the heart of this, they pulled back from those partners. That Foot Locker had a really hard time without that inventory, but Nike is now making an about face. Are they not? Are they going back to the?
They are, and that is sort of what we discussed here. So they are making an about face. They're realizing that those retail partnerships are still powerful. Unfortunately, I think some of the damage had been done.
Are they going to be back in the Foot Locker channel?
Yes.
Yes. I mean, look, I always try to think, if Warren Buffett were buying the company, would we say, wow, this is genius,
Yeah.
And should we give Dick's the benefit of the doubt here? Maybe they realize it's similar.
Yeah, what's up?
Yo.
Yeah, what's going on? Yeah, we talking about this Dick's Sporting Goods thing.
Yo.
what's up with it, dog? Big Sports Good, yeah. So they is gonna change the name eventually.
Probably so.
So does that mean the store is gonna shut down, or they just keep running and then they gonna revamp it? I mean,
Well,
what they saying?
if it's Dick's Sporting Goods, Dick's Sporting Goods, well, Foot Locker be in malls. So they might do a merge of Dick's Sporting Goods and then the mall together. It's Foot Locker, I see them in the shopping mall more so than I don't see them having a lot of freestanding stores anymore.
But shit, Foot Locker, Fitness Line, all of them.
Well, I ain't seen Fenton in a long time. I still have it though. I see Champs.
Champs, yeah.
But personally, I haven't been to those stores in a long time.
Yeah, I ain't been to Foot Locker.
But I mean, that's what it is. So I mean, crazy. But they are merging. Me and Chak was talking monopolies yesterday morning. Actually, we were talking about monopolies, and that's what monopoly do: consort and bring industry or corporations together.
What did he say? He said Texas. What did he say? Texas women. Oh no, he said these women. He said these women don't know what the hell they talking about. Well, Pilgrim, what they talking about there, man? What they missing?
Maybe
Talk to us. Huh? Maybe we talking about something else? What are you talking about?
What are you talking about? They were talking about $24 a share and stuff like that. Now, all right, so this happened in Virginia today. Matter of fact, not too far from me, matter of fact.
Building your online business? Go to Wix.com and set up your store.
The board chose to delay making a decision tonight. It comes after more than 3 hours of public comment and board discussion.
We don't mind development, but we want responsible development.
My concern, however, is this process.
Henrico residents are divided over the place data centers have in the county. They're large warehouses of computers and servers that store and keep safe businesses' digital information. The Board of Supervisors and Planning Commission considered new regulations for the county's proposed centers. The proposal sought to change the current permitting process. If approved, it would require data center applicants outside of existing White Oak Technology Park in Sandston to submit a special permit that includes a public hearing, studies, and approval from the Board of Supervisors. But the board voted to defer the decision after it was approved by the Planning Commission.
I am very concerned with slowing down data centers. The question in my mind was, what is the best way to do it?
If we don't support this, then by right development will continue and data centers will continue to pop up in the Varina district, outside of the tech park, all over.
Virginia has the largest data center market in the world, according to the Virginia Economic Development Partnership. Most are located in Northern Virginia. However, Henrico County already has 40, and other localities like Chesterfield County are looking to add their own. A study ordered by Virginia lawmakers found data centers provide significant economic benefits, like additional revenue and jobs, but they also place heavy demands on the energy infrastructure, which they write may not be sustainable for the future. Several businesses spoke in favor of data centers, although they did ask the board to grandfather in projects already in the pipeline into the new zoning.
I'm concerned that the zoning ordinance as it is currently written sets a dangerous precedent, not just for this district and not just for data center developers, but for any business looking to come to Henrico.
Opponents expressed concerns about the potential environmental impact, security risks, and the strain data centers could place on the county's power supply. They asked the board to delay the vote to give more time for more information to be collected and the public to process such a change.
You take your time in making these decisions because this is not new. And it doesn't matter how many times people say, well, grandfathered, we've been talking about this, the county promised, but the county has made mistakes.
And the public will be able to weigh in again on this issue at the next Board of Supervisors meeting.
So what's going on is it basically is rubber hitting the road. All these data centers prices going up, and a lot of stuff going up with these data centers.
Right.
Let's put it there. So that's what's going on in that one.
Not a coincidence, man.
No, it's not a coincidence. Now, Frank, you went on here yesterday. I'm gonna play it for you. Chak already seen it, but I think he has. Let me let you talk about this.
Big changes could be coming to your child's screen time in Virginia, all thanks to a new law just signed by Governor Glenn Youngkin.
What's limits on how much time kids can spend scrolling on social media? How would it work? Well, Maureen Ume live in Falls Church this morning with the details for us. Morning, Mo.
Good morning. So that is the big question, how it work. If your child spends hours on TikTok, Instagram, any social media site, that is about to change here in Virginia because Governor Youngkin has signed a law saying that if you're 16 or younger, you'll be limited to one app, 1 hour a day, and that's it. 1 hour a day per app. It seems a little crazy, and some people are saying, how will this be enforced? That's really what it is, the devil in the details. But let's give you the details and particulars and then tell you when this goes into effect. Right now, this is called the Consumer Data Protection Act. It requires social media platforms to ask for a user's age and then actually verify that age. Then once a child hits their daily 1 hour limit, the app is supposed to block them. But how exactly is that going to happen, and how will it be worked out? Experts say the technology to do that is already in place, but enforcing it, that will not be easy. The law does let parents step in and adjust the hour limit by either giving more or less time. People we spoke to this morning have had mixed reactions to this.
Maybe we should try it out, see how it works, see if it, I don't know, maybe if the test scores increase or if things change, and if it doesn't work, then go back to the old one.
There are many harmful things in the social media, so we have to protect their brain,
Now, the state's attorney would be in charge of enforcing this. But again, how will it all work? That remains to be seen. This new law is expected to go into effect on January 1st. That's the very latest from now. Of course, we'll keep watching this, bring you updates as we get reaction. Back to you.
All right, Maureen, thanks.
Now we got to go help people customize and save hundreds with Liberty Mutual.
All right, Chak, Frank, what do you think about that? Frank.
What up? What up?
What do you think about that?
You talking about the solar flare?
No, the thing about the social media uses with the kids.
Oh, you're talking about for the hour. Yeah, like I was saying,
Yeah.
that's like China kind of doing that already. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? They're doing that for the TikTok. They already kind of, you know what I'm saying? But see, my thing is they talk about communism is bad and all this and capitalism good, but then they be pulling some communist type moves, you know what I'm saying? They be doing some socialist type, you know what I'm saying? But see, they kind of, if you think about it, they teach you this Darwinism kind of Marxism kind of in school. If you think about all the indoctrination they teach you, is kind of that already, you know what I'm saying?
Man, bro, that's what this government was built off, all that socialism, capitalism, racism, sexism, liberalism. And that's what the Democrats came along with, this libertarianism stuff and the communism stuff, bro. So it's built off that, man. It's got those facets, those different facets that was built inside of the politics, the policies, policies, policy. Then Trump say, well, I don't. What do you say? I don't have policies. Got concepts. So concepts turns into what? Policies. Policies turns into what? Laws, acts, bills, house resolutions.
Yep.
What's about?
Yep.
Well, did you talk about that? Oh no, matter of fact, Texas got the SB 2880, 28. Hold on, 2880, I think. You get a chance, look that one up. How SB 2880. I think that's the one. You get a
All right,
chance.
hold on. I'm gonna play a thing about the solar flares, and then I get to
Earth, a powerful light show on the surface of the sun. The bursts of radiation are the strongest solar flares so far this year, but issues flaring up back on Earth. Shortwave radio blackouts have been reported on 5 different continents. A NOAA forecaster says the flare today occurred as the sun was over the Middle East, adding to the disruptions.
So there's an 11-year solar cycle, and right now we're kind of at the peak of one of those cycles of activity.
Scientists say the geomagnetic storms are caused by massive flares of plasma from the sun, specifically sunspots.
The X-rays that are coming out of those flares are actually striking a layer of our Earth's atmosphere that we bounce radio waves off of. And it's actually deforming that layer and causing a lot of disruptions.
Smaller flares happen regularly, but when they get strong enough, they can light up the sky in the form of aurora borealis in select corners of the world.
This is actually so sick.
Sometimes outbursts, turning skies pink and green further south than usual, bringing a light show to lucky residents in places like Chicago, Pennsylvania, even as far as Alabama this same time last year. Scientists say the sun reached its solar maximum last year with its largest flare in October. When the Earth gets bombarded by streams of charged particles, the flares can also disrupt cell phone service, GPS, and satellite communications. They can even wipe out power grids. And in space, they can actually put spacecrafts and astronauts at risk. All of it causing a firestorm online.
As we just had a powerful X2.7 solar flare.
Nobody's talking about what these solar flares are really doing to your energy.
As for that major blackout in Spain and Portugal a few weeks ago that grounded planes and disrupted hospital operations, Spain now launching an investigation, but so far, nothing to indicate solar flares are to blame, despite viral speculation. And at the center of all the activity in the last 24 hours, the sunspot known as AR 4087, currently not directed at our planet, but rotating towards it, meaning the Earth might be out of the line of fire, but not for long.
Marissa Parra is joining us now. I mean, who knew, right? Could this thing get bigger? Like, could this explode more in the days to come?
Well, Hallie, let me explain it this way. So this, what we saw just now with AR 4087, this was an extremely, and by the way, a rarely powerful storm. You can see the categories. This was the most strong type of solar flare. But here's the thing, this was not even Earth directed. So Hallie, this rotation is going to continue so that AR 4087 is Earth directed with the next coming days. So even if it's not as strong in the X category, Hallie, it could still have a major impact for us down here on Earth. That's tracking with the next few days, May 16th and 17th. So we'll be here.
Bottom line, right? Watch for the potential for more of those comms blackouts.
Yeah, it's kind of interesting right there. It's very interesting. Hold on a minute. What's that law again?
SB, what was it, Shaq? SB something?
Yeah, my bad. SB 2880.
What is it about? Abortion?
Yeah.
Okay, relating to abortion, including civil liability, abortion, distribution of abortion-inducing drugs, making conforming changes, and harmonizing, authorizing the private civil right of action. You know that?
Yeah, it's the woman and child. Yeah, woman and child bill. From prohibiting manufacturers from manufacturing abortion-inducing drugs.
Okay, yeah, I see it. Yeah, Texas Senate Bill 2880. Yep. It's been passed or what?
It's been passed, but I don't think it's been ratified. They passed the bill, yeah, but I don't think it's been what's the name?
Yeah, it got 50% progression. I see it in gross
Yeah.
30th. Yeah, I see it. Yeah. I mean, what's your thoughts on it?
Well, remember all this big hoo-ha with this women's rights and abortion rights and the right to, you know what I'm saying, to abort.
What's up?
And remember they kept trying to say, the push they were saying with Trump. Oh, Trump is lying. Oh, Trump was trying to kill the abortions. No, he sent it back to the states, which the states should have already. It's a state thing. It's not. It should have never been a federal thing. You know what I'm saying? And they try to blame some of these states. So remember they were talking about it was the drugs that these women would take. It wasn't the fact that they was denying the fact to be able to abort a child, right? It was the drugs that they were taking. Some of these drugs was induced to abortion, and it was causing some of the women, major problems. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
Anything experimental, bro, you got to be cautious. You know what I'm saying? And they was kicking and fighting and fussing. A lot of people didn't even know what the hell was going on. They was just going with the damn, you know what I'm saying, with the rah-rah crowd. Because what I call selective outrage. Y'all outraged about people out here killing people, but y'all was cool with y'all just advocate to kill a child. Damn, Frank.
Oh, you know
Where
what?
we going in the world?
This is a happy hospital week or something. This is hospital week. I just thought, well, this is hospital week.
Hospital week.
Yeah.
Well, they got a.
Yeah. Hold on, man.
These motherfuckers celebrate everything. They can celebrate.
Last week was nurses week. It is hospital week. Hold on.
Hospital. Hoss.
Yeah, here you go.
So should be called Make It Out If You Can.
Happy Hospital Week from the Biobank team. Citrus Supply. Supply chain.
Nursing administration. Supply chain.
The security department.
Pastoral care.
Patient registration.
Maintenance department.
The emergency department. From the pathology department.
Happy Hospital Week. Happy Hospital Week to everyone who serves.
I want to shout out my team. First and foremost, my volunteers who serve tirelessly and are so dedicated to helping others on this campus.
From all the nursing students to all the nurses that work here, we say thank you.
Happy Hospital Week in the Medical Records Department at UT Medical Center.
Thank you guys so much for everybody that helps out with our patients and families as well as staff.
Happy Hospital
Week.
I'm Yaz with Human Resources, and this is
Crystal Gibson,
just wanted to thank you for all of your hard work.
and we appreciate all that you do.
Happy Hospital Week to the entire UT Medical Center team.
We appreciate each one of you and thank you for how you care for Vol Nation.
A big shout out from our team to yours.
Happy Hospital Week.
Ashley, I just heard it's a hospital week. Are you excited?
Yes.
Happy Hospital Week, UT Medical Center. Woo!
I want to say thank you to all of our team members, clinicians, and partners as we celebrate Hospital Week. And as always, thank you for all that you do.
So it's Happy Hospital Week, man. Go to the hospital. Thank you, doctor, man.
Damn.
Hey, man. It's nice, man. Thank you,
Do they still
doctor.
give out? Do they still give suckers out?
What you
No.
think, man?
How you go to the dentist and they give you some candy?
I'm glad they still giving suckers out, ain't they?
Yeah, it was Nurses Week last. I see one of my homegirls who grew up with, well, semi grew
I
up
know.
with. She a
I
nurse. Why
know
would
there's
nurse
a
though?
yeah.
I don't really like
But you know what? I'm gonna tell you some wild shit about that Nurses Week though thing, because nurse told my boy, she told him, man, look, she was like, she's Nurses Week. He was like, what you want? She like, I want $100 gift card to go to Ruth Chris.
Bro.
Yeah.
Well, she a nurse. She can pay for her own goddamn gift card.
Yeah, she need that for. I fuck all that. You pay for the fucking gift card, my buddy. Shit. You pay for the gift card. The fuck wrong with you? Shit, you pay for that damn gift card. She told me, man. I was like, damn.
Well, look. Well, we forgot to shout out the number one nurse. Nurse Dawson, goddamn. Where's she at? I'm gonna call her. Let me see. I got the phone.
Nah, you good. Yeah. Is she in chat? I said, what's up? Yeah, she in chat.
Oh, she in the chat?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
But yeah, it's crazy as hell. Well,
hey Dawson, ask Dawson what she think about that SB 2880. I know she probably she in agreement with it. Cause that's Texas. That's a Texas bill. House bill. I mean a Senate bill.
Matter of fact, I got hold on. You talking about Happy Nurses Week, man. Hold on.
Yeah.
I'm scared. When Verizon announced that I could lock in a low price for 3 years, I mean, yeah, that's what I'm talking about. Can you hear me now?
We're going to turn now to a GMA Health Alert. May is Stroke Awareness Month, and while most people think of strokes as something that affects older adults, the latest numbers show a troubling rise among young people. Chief Medical Correspondent Dr. Tara Narula is here to explain all this. Good morning, Dr. Narula.
Good morning, George. That's right. Doctors are seeing more strokes in patients under 45, and the reasons may surprise you. You're about to hear from two young women, both in their early 20s, who never thought it could happen to them. Here's their story.
This morning, the number of young people experiencing strokes is on the rise.
You hear about it, but you just never think this is going to happen to me.
Last April, at just 23 years old, Ann Folk was folding laundry at home when she felt half of her body go numb.
Half of my body was totally immobilized on the left side, and on my right side, it felt like as if I was having a seizure that was uncontrollable. And then I also had a very severe migraine in my head as well.
After a friend called 911, she was rushed to Endeavor Health Northwest Community Hospital in Chicago, where doctors confirmed she was suffering from a stroke from a blood clot on the right side of her brain. For Aubrey Hasley, she was just 22 when she too had a stroke last June.
I had really loud ringing in my ears for a couple of seconds. And I guess it kind of freaked me out because my balance was so off and I was just falling over anytime I tried to stand up.
Aubrey receiving care at the same hospital, doctors performing a thrombectomy to remove a clot. While most strokes still affect older adults, the latest CDC data shows a sharp increase in stroke-related hospitalizations for people under 45. One recent report indicating a nearly 15% rise over the past decade.
The same risk factors that you see in elderly, you also see it now in youngers, like high blood pressure, high cholesterol, more stress on the patient, long working hours. So we think this could probably contribute to the rise in stroke in younger patients.
Because of Ann and Aubrey's quick action, they are both now in recovery and doing well.
Just be aware that it could happen to anyone of any age, to definitely look out for those signs.
The bottom line here, strokes can happen at any age. If you or someone around you is experiencing sudden numbness or having trouble speaking or difficulty walking, call 911 immediately. The fast
Now stay right there. Now pull up a little clip of video. Once again, so we gotta remind people the harmful side effects of radiation poisoning and on 5G.
Well, it's funny you said that because they just came out with a study the other day and told you that sleeping with your phone beside you at night can cause radiation burns. They actually came and told you that.
Yeah, and all these people got these iPhones and these 5G phones and stuff around them, and all this Wi-Fi stuff, man. Plus, we already know the excessive 5G towers and stuff that they put up. Plus, people took the you know what I'm saying?
Well, the FDA, matter of fact, he's speaking to the FDA commissioner. I forget his name. I forget, it escapes me right now. But they having a meeting next week. He actually said they want to increase the rates of shots. Actually, he came and said that the other day. Come think about it. I think his name was Cardi or something like that. As a matter of fact, even the RFK Jr. said the same thing, really. But he was like, they want to do more placebo trials or something like that.
Right. They can give people all the shots in the world they want to give people. You know what I'm saying?
Well, let's play that. Hold on a minute. Here it is right here. It's one thing. Let's pull this up.
To rise to life's challenges, Monarchs go beyond the classroom, roll up our sleeves, and dig in.
Well, you know what? Pull this one up. This is better.
Whether it's cobalt-60, cesium-137, or uranium-238, radioactive nuclei emit energy in the form of radiation. This emission is a natural process that helps to stabilize the nucleus. Radioactive nuclei are radioactive because they contain more neutrons than protons. Radiation is released until this neutron-to-proton ratio is equal, rendering it non-radioactive. Radiation released by nuclei can be categorized into three types of emission. These are alpha particles, beta particles, and gamma radiation. Alpha and beta particles are atomic and subatomic particles with low to moderate energy. An alpha particle is made of 2 neutrons and 2 protons. Generally, alpha particles are not very dangerous, as they do not have enough energy to penetrate a sheet of paper or the surface layer of your skin. You are protected from alpha particles just by wearing clothes. Beta particles are high-energy electrons or positrons. Because they have more energy than alpha particles, they are more dangerous. They can pass through clothing, wood, and even aluminum foil. They can penetrate just below the skin surface, causing first-degree burns. Due to their low penetrating power, alpha and beta particles are not a major threat outside the body. They are mainly dangerous if they get inside the body, as there are no barriers to stop them. This could happen by inhaling or swallowing radioactive particles. In the body, alpha and beta particles strike organs and tissue, causing internal burns and ionizing DNA, leading to cancer. The last type of emission is gamma radiation for short. Gamma rays have significantly more energy than alpha and beta particles. Because of their extremely high energy, gamma rays are classified as penetrating radiation. As such, they can pass through water, concrete, and even some metals. Since gamma rays can penetrate solid objects, it makes them especially dangerous to the human body. Gamma radiation can pass through the skin, ionizing proteins and DNA in your organs and internal tissue. When gamma rays collide with an atom, they're absorbed by the atom's electrons. The electron becomes energized.
Basically, what we're trying to show you is that when you get the radiation change the whole structure of DNA and just basically just cause all types of issues. That's basically what's going on. That's what they're telling you. The radiation fuck you up from the root to the inside, outside.
So watch this. Once again, I asked, does copper help protect against does copper block radiation waves?
Okay, they just said they dug up a lot of copper and shit. Matter of fact, yesterday or something too. Found a lot of copper
See what
somewhere. That's like we dug up this
See
shit.
what I'm
Anyway,
saying?
matter of fact,
So watch this.
come and think about it, you know what? You damn right. Because the other day that my knee was I got knocked into, and I went and got me a copper fit brace. Yeah, you're right.
Yeah, look at this. It says yes. It says copper can act as a shield against certain types of radiation, particularly. It said particularly electronic magnetic radiation. It says its high electrical component conductivity. Its high electrical component conductivity allows it to
I'm hiding this tag in a bunch of
allows it to
pennies.
absorb and reflect electric magnetic waves, thus reducing their transmission. It says copper is often used as a shield, as shielding application, including for, let's see what else, appliances and devices, to prevent electric magnetic interference. EMI. EMI is electric magnetic interference.
Well, let the little girl show it to you. She gonna show it to you right here. It's right here, brother. Just relax.
I heard copper works. Yes, it doesn't. Okay.
I'm hiding this tag in a bunch of pennies.
I heard copper works. Yes, it doesn't. Okay.
I'm hiding this tag in a bunch of pennies.
What she's trying to prove is copper is supposed to shield the tag from electromagnetic radiation. That's the thing on there. So we just said electromagnetic radiation. That's the word.
Right.
That's what it is. That's why she had a bunch of pennies in there. I'm just showing you that you talk about electromagnetic radiation. So people know this stuff. I mean, it's just interesting. That's copper, man. What's copper do? Now, here's my thing. Now, a lot of people don't talk about it, but copper has always been used for things. Right? Then you got aluminum versus copper, right?
Mm-hmm.
So, I mean, now, I know people been talking about this a lot lately, but I'm gonna show y'all something that's been going on since, because people always like to point out the obvious and all that. Y'all been talking about Diddy the last couple weeks and all this other nonsense. Well, guess what? You got another trial going across the street, one with Harvey Weinstein, man. Come to find out. Now, I'm going to say this. What's the boy name? Is it Joe Rogan? Yeah, Joe Rogan. And Kansas Owens, they kind of was like basically coming out and saying that Kansas Owens and Joe Rogan saying that he's a victim of Me Too, possibly. They were talking about the Me Too thing. And I'm like, yeah, possibly. But, I'm like, Me Too.
Who's a victim of Me Too?
They try to make it look like Harvey Weinstein a victim of Me Too.
Well, hold on, meaning. Hold on. What was the Me Too movement anyway? I forgot.
The Me Too movement, when they basically the women were saying that men, was raping them and all that stuff.
Sexual assault,
or putting them in compromising sexual positions.
Hold on, bro. So you got the Diddy tribe on, then you got the Harvey Weinstein, and you got Candace Owens and Joe Rogan, one of the two biggest voices on social media. Capping for Harvey Weinstein now?
They tried to make it like Me Too. I told you they gonna cap for him, man. Goddamn these clowns gonna do that.
Damn. It's a different. It's kind of different. Damn, yo. Kind of hypocrisy, huh? A little bit, huh?
And why they ain't talking about the Abercrombie Fitch? What's his name? Get his name, matter of fact.
Damn. What's
Why they ain't talking about that son of a bitch?
Mike Johnson or something? Damn.
Why they ain't talking about that son of a bitch?
Just like nobody was talking about Case and Allison. Nobody was talking about him either. So, quiet on the set when it comes out of that. You know what I mean?
Candace Owens is attempting to exonerate Harvey Weinstein in the court of public opinion.
Yeah, I told you, man, the motherfuckers is double agent, bro, double triple agent, bro. They play these bilateral propaganda talking points. You know.
And why would you care for somebody like that? You know what I'm saying? She so, I'm Christian family, it's disgusting, ghetto and black people and your community is this is trash. But when it comes down to when white motherfuckers do it, no, they're innocent. I think they were me too. Boy, I tell you.
Did they bring up Bill Cosby?
Smokey Robinson. Abercrombie and Finch dude. Glad you brought him up. Abercrombie and Finch dude, you talking about that dude actually, they said, I think he came out today or yesterday, he not fit to even be on the stand, man. They said he got mental illness or some shit. I'm like, all right, whatever.
I tell you, bro. I mean, I'm gonna see it. Because I'm not even calling them white no more. They don't get, I don't know. Like I said, I'm going back to some of the original names, Punics and shit like that. You got, Punics and these Slavs. So they're very dysfunctional. They have an internal disposition of hate for things that they don't know about. And when they come upon it, trying to figure it out, if they can't figure it out, they would destroy it. That's their nature, bro. And they always like to play victim when the light is shining on them. It's like, you know what I'm saying?
And when somebody else is
but no one face the persecution. We're gonna find some type of way to swallow out of it. I blame somebody else.
No accountability, man. Like women and children, man.
No accountability, bro.
Women and children, but when it comes down to other grown men acting like that says a lot right there. You know what I'm saying?
That's even when I was talking about the Kamala Harris. Remember, I started changing. I said, hold on. Frank, I was like, hold on. These motherfuckers trying to play us again, dog. Right? I'm like, bro, y'all done effed up this country, the politics, the economics, and then y'all gonna try to slide a woman in there to try to clean up what y'all done effed up. That's why I was like, no, let these crackers, let these white boys clean this shit up. They effed it up. They're on some slick shit. And what they do?
Facts.
Before they didn't I say that? They started to put all so-called black females and LGBT people in position of leadership this last 4 years. Even Obama turned, they tried to put a lot of people. Man, hold on, bro. These crackers have effed up the damn country, bro. They just spent all the money, changed laws and policies and stuff for they have to become billionaires. You know what I'm saying? Now y'all want a woman, a female to clean up y'all shit? No, bro. But face of this? No, nigga, y'all the face of this. Y'all go around the world and push a manifest destination, Zionists. You know what I'm saying?
And they've been doing quite a bit of that lately. As a matter of fact, come to think about it, me and the guy was talking about that last week. Because DMV here was packed as a motherfucker. Now, check this out. Because everybody in Virginia was trying to get their real ID last week. Oh my God. I was like, yo, look at everybody. Now, I said, yo. So I was talking to the guy, we were talking about it. You can get it, but now it's weird though. Actually, you can get it, and actually, they don't even ask you for it. You actually take it back to DMV, and you don't even have to use it if you don't want to use it. That's how crazy this shit is. That's the way, man.
Yeah, you don't got to use it, bro. You can, man. Look, I'm thinking about now. I'm gonna see what this child support thing. I'm thinking about going to give me a passport.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? The
Yeah. You ain't got to use. I mean, and even you got it, they don't even ask for it. So it's kind of like, and you can actually turn it back into DMV you want to. That's how crazy this shit. This shit dumb. That shit was crazy, but it's actually part of master plan too. That's the thing now. So, but I was just saying this. So, this is something that's been going on lately. I'm pretty sure y'all heard about this.
Took this. News 4's Erica Byfield is live in Lower Manhattan with what happened in court. And Erica, this wasn't her first time testifying.
No, Gilma, we first saw her on the stand back in 2020. So now she's back 5 years later to talk to this jury about what she says happened. Today, she took the stand around noon. Miriam Haley showed up in blue sunglasses to face off with Harvey Weinstein.
After a long period of thinking about it, she felt that it was the right thing to do.
Oh, yeah, all red.
And she did it.
Haley first testified against Weinstein in 2020 at his first trial, once again accusing him today of sexual misconduct, with the DA in attendance. The now 48-year-old told jurors that she met Weinstein in 2004 at a London movie premiere, and then again at the Cannes Film Festival in 2006 when she was looking for work. She says that their cordial relationship took a dramatic shift in a private meeting. I was wearing platform shoes. I remember Harvey Weinstein commented on my legs, which I thought was odd because I have short legs, adding that he asked for a massage and she said no. And when she left, I burst out crying. I was very disappointed. It was very humiliating. Eventually in New York, she worked on Weinstein's hit show Project Runway. It's after that that she says that Weinstein engaged in unwanted sexual behavior. Weinstein's retrial is now in its second week of testimony, and it includes allegations from 3 women. The first trial included alleged victims. They took the stand. So did Molyneux witnesses, other women who testified about uncharged crimes. The Court of Appeals tossed his conviction, saying that that should not have happened. One of those women in Lower Manhattan on Tuesday.
I'm not gonna not be here because we need our voices heard and we need to speak up.
Weinstein has always maintained his innocence. The defense is expected to question Haley on Wednesday. Her attorney saying this about why she flew in from another country to be here.
She did it for only one reason, because it's for the cause of justice.
So again, she's expected to be on the stand again tomorrow. We did just hear from the defense.
So that's Harvey Weinstein, right? What's it?
Damn.
What's the other guy name?
Damn.
That's him right there. This is a guy named Abercrombie Finch. Okay, here we go.
The future of your business is here.
With
Wix, you get advanced AI capability.
Federal judge has ruled that former Abercrombie & Fitch CEO Michael Jeffries is not fit to stand trial. The ruling comes after Jeffries' attorneys filed for a competency hearing. According to court documents, a neuropsychologist concluded Jeffries likely has dementia, diminished attention, and increased confusion, meaning he would not be capable of assisting his attorneys. The judge also ordered Jeffries be hospitalized to see if his mental condition improves. Jeffries is facing federal sex trafficking and interstate prostitution.
Man, that sound like somebody grease somebody's palm, baby. You know what I'm saying?
You better believe it.
You know what I'm saying?
You better believe it.
That sound like some straight malarkey, some straight BS, man. They would never say that about a white motherfucker, man. Smokey Robinson.
Ain't this the same thing?
Smokey Robinson older than this dude. So what's the excuse? But old age, Smokey Robinson older than him. What's the excuse?
Well, ain't this the same thing they said about that chick with the what the hell her name down there with the Emmett Till? What the hell her name?
Oh yeah, something Bryant, Carolyn Bryant.
Her?
Yeah, Bryant.
Ain't that the same thing they said about Joe Biden when they tried to when I had all these stack of, you know what I'm saying, allegations against him? What they say? He was incompetent.
Sound like an excuse, baby. Damn.
Yeah.
Damn, excuse. You know what I'm saying? Motherfuckers be bullshitting.
What you say? What you say? What'd you say, Frank? We need to get us some T-shirts made, nigga. Matter of fact, I'm gonna tell Stice. I'm gonna tell Stice when people do T-shirts, give us T-shirts made called "White White Lives Matter."
Man.
White Lives Matter.
Mine's gonna be I go by the right narrative, not the white narrative. You know what I'm saying? Straight up, bro. Because this what everything this is they pushing right now is just they want you to they want you to basically with the propaganda is they want you to be, you know what I'm saying, conditioned with the white narrative that they're pushing. Just like with these South African people. This South African people, that situation is a perfect example of how these people are pushing their narrative, man. You know what I'm saying?
Now, and let me say something about that, because on the flip, you know something? Now, there were 49 of them, but I think they're trying. I gotta look at it again. I think I read an article. Gotta read so much stuff. I think they want to bring 70,000 of them here, maybe.
Hold on, ain't that what Barbara? But you know he be off a little bit. But he said something about 8,000. I don't know. I gotta look it up because, like you said.
Oh yeah, I heard it was thousands too. But this is a psychological run. This is a test run. This right here is you know, see how people will react to it. You know what I'm saying? And they're actually trying to do that. It's basically showing you too, you know what I'm saying, that his immigration policies are a certain way. But when it comes down to, you know what I'm saying, them, when him or co-signing or bringing somebody, then it's okay. But like even with the immigrants, what was they saying? The $1,000 self-deport thing, that sounds like some, why is it always about money? What did I say the other day? Shaq, what I said the other day? It's all about selective immigrants, man. Selective immigration, baby. That's what
70,000
immigration, man.
70,000 of them are interested. That's what it was. 70,000 of them are interested in U.S. asylum. That's what it is.
Now my question is: do they got to pay $5 million to get their gold? Is that a gold? Is that a gold card? That's right. Is they paying gold card money, or are they coming in for free?
They come. You know what? It's not. Why is it not called freebies when it comes down to them? No, when it comes down to them, or you know what I'm saying, them or Creed or anybody like that. How come it's not? They don't ever call it freebies when it comes down. Why?
Look here, man. Look here, man. I'm gonna be dead on with you. I had to tell this white boy this a while back, years ago. I had to tell him years ago. I told him straight up, I don't give a damn about none of that. I told him, look, as far as I'm concerned, everybody can go back. That's it. Hey, look, I ain't for legal, illegal, none of that. No asylum. Look here, man. This is what you got to do. I'm going to tell you what you got to do. The whole planet. 3 all on the siege. Hey, look, man. We know we got some issues going on. If you don't stop these religious nuts, you ain't doing nothing. Don't give me nothing there. That's it. You got to stop the religious, self-righteous motherfuckers. You got to do nothing. That go for all parties involved. Churches, politicians. Who else? I ain't leaving right out. Musicians, whatever, man. Look here, man. The religion thing, because actually all they doing, even with this. Now, if you know about this thing that happened in Saudi Arabia, anybody with common sense, now you know Saudi Arabia had a hand in 9/11 too, right? You know they had a little bit of a hand in it, not a little bit. But look, check this out. Think about this, man. These are religious people, right? So they say. Religion is the greatest psychological warfare invented. Because religion give you the right to do what you want, or it make you feel that you got the right to do what you want. It's kind of funny when you really think about it. It's a very, very complicated thing. You look, if it is that complicated. So, I forgot that damn thing. I was looking at it the other day with the 16 books that was taken out. I forgot the name of it, but we just have to understand that and know that when it comes to religious stuff, hey man, it is what it is, man. If you, because your religion could be being used to kill me, especially after what I saw on Mother's Day this weekend. Because I saw that's spent $34 billion on Mother's Day, and then the church having all these Mother's Day celebrations, dinner, lunch. Oh my goodness, so great, right?
Money, baby. Is it money? Is it a money thing or what?
Now, I did show Chak they spending $22 billion on Father's Day, but they can probably, you get a grill, or you might get some. Hey, Chak, you might get a grill or something. You might get a pair of socks or something, man.
Nah, nigga. I want some top-notch boot shoe.
You might get that. You might get that. I ain't gonna. Well,
hey,
I'm gonna tell you some. Hey, yo, I don't even want to say it on this show, man. But I have to say it, man. You know what? Look, I don't usually I don't say that on the show, but you know what? I did have a woman tell me some crazy shit yesterday. I sent it to Frank. Frank was laughing his ass off, yo. That shit was funny. Hey, yo. You know what I'm saying? Talking about seeing me. I said, hold on, baby. You trying to see me? What? I said, she was like, oh, yeah, I can do that. But you got to put on. You got to put on and shit. So what I'm saying is, you can get that. I mean, that is what it is, man. I mean, as she told me, she's like, yeah,
Top-notch boot shoe?
I don't know about that.
Full works.
Hey, look, man. I can't say the top notch if I ain't had it, but that was she got up.
Right. Now, hold on. This is a special day, so then nah, bro. You don't get ready. You don't what they call it, Reggie. You don't get Reggie on the special day. Then you got to get.
Hey, man. Yo,
mid, no mid.
But no, it was a joke. But I was laughing about it. I said, "What the hell wrong with you, bro?" Hey, look, they coming out like that now. But I was out the other day, and I was just out. I was seeing a chick, workout girl. And she said that some of these men today. She said, the guy came up and told her he want her, and he said he want to sandwich her. I'm like, what? She like he want to. And they basically trying to run what they call a 2-man on her.
Hold on. Hold on. That's called a train, nigga.
I know what it's called.
Well, we call it train.
Yeah, I know. I meant to say train, but I was just being letting people know, 2 men or whatever. She like, why do you think I'm like that? I said, I don't know. Shit. Dang, I say you come in the gym wearing all these fucking stretch pants like that, motherfucker might say some wild shit. The fuck I know. Shit. Motherfucker wild,
yeah.
Boy. Hey, look, man. I'm gonna be dead honest with you, man. I know everybody say I'm wild to say this. But it's like this, man. We got some. They just pointing this out, man. When you see like these, sometimes you might see a Muslim woman around here walking around with her garb or something like that, right? I ain't saying a man ain't gonna holler at her. They do. But they might come at them a little different, maybe. But these motherfuckers, you see what they be wearing out there, these work today and all these other places. I know why these motherfuckers holler, man. Hey, look, I told one of them, hey, look, man, if you wearing that camel toe like that, man, might, take a shot, man. Throw his hand in the ocean. I said, really?
Well, speaking of that, I still haven't even looked at the damn sculpture. That's actually they put out there in Times Square in New York.
Oh yeah.
They said the woman had a motherfucker no breast hanging out and camel toe and shit, everything.
Well, that's the Sarah Bachman thing.
You're talking about Tony Braxton? Who y'all talking about?
No, he said Tony Braxton.
Damn, that's embarrassing though.
But that's like the Sarah Bachman thing. Matter of fact.
Yeah, that's what that. Yeah, you exactly what that. Yeah, you right. Yeah. Mm-hmm. That's the name I was looking for.
The modern day black woman today, is being portrayed as a Sarah Bachman type of figure, whether they had clothes on or not.
Oh yeah, you're right.
Okay.
Yep. Exactly what it is for.
Cause look, you got to think about it. I mean, I was talking to one, outside. It was kind of hot today. It's only been raining like a hell the last couple of days, but today it was kind of hot. Man, look at this chick in her face. I'm like, damn, man. I thought, dang, they might get me for assault. Damn, I'm starting to pluck that damn eyelash. Take that shit off, please. Motherfucking big ass motherfucker. Motherfucker look like everybody. Eyelash look like everybody to grab me. Shit.
Oh yeah.
But
you know what? Man, hold on. You're right. I was just watching All the Smoke, and they had my girl Cynthia Cooper on it, right? And she OG, you know what I'm saying? Old basketball, WNBA, Italian, played for the Italian league, scoring 45 points, you know what I'm saying? Matter of fact, I don't think she made the Hall of Fame yet, has she? Because she coached now too, but she made the Hall of Fame. Okay. Well, I was looking at her, and I said, damn, bro, she got the big flappers on too. I said, no, come on, not old cool. She got look like she had the big flappers on, bro.
They doing it now.
Whoever is doing their makeup and doing their stuff, bro, is I'm telling you, they fireballing. I'm telling you, that shit is not looking good. No, because you can still make yourself up without. But when was looking good before they start doing this shit? So I don't know what this is. I don't know. Can't call it.
Well, I'm gonna play this. I got to remind y'all that May 13th, some things happened.
Years ago today, one of the darkest days in Philadelphia history played out as a horrified nation watched on.
Philadelphia police dropped a bomb on a row home in Cobbs Creek. The resulting fire was allowed to rage out of control and spread to dozens of homes. 11 people were killed, including 5 children.
The decision to drop the bomb came after years of escalating conflict between neighbors, the city, and the Black Liberation Group MOVE. Chief investigative reporter Joe Holden returns to the neighborhood to hear from those who were there.
Hey, baby. How you doing? I'll come see you in a minute.
Mike Africa is a popular guy. Greeting Osage Avenue neighbors he's known his whole life. But away from the smiles and hugs, Africa is tense.
I don't like coming here. It's eerie. It gets my nerves all rattled.
40 years ago today, this city block was a smoldering wasteland. Africa's friends and family were here. 11 of them died that day.
How do you process 40 years now?
To be honest with you, and I don't know if this is possible, I'm not sure I have fully processed it. I see the children's faces and other people that I know can't possibly be true. I hear their voices at night. I remember them. And there's a big part that still lives in disbelief.
To so many, May 13th, 1985 is one of the darkest days in Philadelphia history.
It's still eerie. When I see Osage Avenue, it just all comes back.
Pete Kane was a local CBS News photographer. He took cover inside an evacuated row home and remained there until he was nearly out of videotape.
I went through the bullets, I went through the tear gas, I went through the fire. It's still a nightmare.
On May 13th, 1985, the city ordered MOVE, a Black Liberation Back to Nature group, out of their compound on Osage Avenue. An order that was ignored. The neighborhood was evacuated. The confrontation reached a boiling point. Police and MOVE members traded gunfire. Some 10,000 rounds were fired. By that afternoon, with former Mayor Wilson Good's authorization, the police commissioner ordered the bombing of the compound at 6221 Osage Avenue. The fire was then permitted to burn and spread.
I didn't expect to go through a firebombing. 61 homes being burnt to the ground, 11 people losing their lives. There's 6 of them were kids. When everybody was trying to get out of the house, they retreated to the basement.
So why nobody talking about this Holocaust?
Because they were being shot at
See that?
from the front.
Why nobody talking about these Holocaust, bro?
To the back.
You see what I'm saying? But yet you got Trump them. But like I said, Trump them they doing what they're supposed to do. So they doing the rescuing and incentivizing and protecting and preserving the people that they come from, the people that they believe in. It's our representatives, bro. See, this is the thing I want to talk about. I want to talk about where our representatives at, bro, because everybody else got representatives, right? I'm not looking for Trump to do a damn thing for me. If we got representative people that keep talking about this black shit, this black culture shit, but then again, the people that's in positions ain't representing it and ain't protected and trying to procure it, you ain't got to call it black. We know who, you know what I'm saying? Where are the representatives at? Where the Jack Crockett is saying let's preserve the American indigenous populations, cultures, and yeah, they should all should be in support of repairing and building. I don't want to hear no more about where are you gonna get the money from? Where do we get the money from? Well, they printed it, don't it? Print the shit up. And distribute it out to the people.
Where are you gonna get the money from for the Afrikaners though? You see how nobody's talking about that? Where are you gonna get the money from for these motherfuckers, man? Oh, the same.
Now these people allegedly was a back to nature move. So they was anti the damn FDA, anti all these damn agencies and shit that technically people keep talking about unconstitutional. These agencies are unconstitutional, bro. They're acting as authoritarian secret societies pretty much. They got more, some of these agencies got more power than the damn state governments. The way they move. Huh?
You right?
How the FDA gonna anybody agent that don't know me, don't know what my upbringing is, don't know what my cultural beliefs is, don't know what my spiritual relationships is with nature. How are you gonna tell me and prescribe and tell me what I can and can't take on my homeland? See, these are the conversations we need to be having every day. These are conversations we need to be writing up our own bylaws and shit and putting them, documenting them, and putting them and sending them to the Library of Congress. While they talking about the lady that Trump them
City Cemetery, which sits
what's her name? Carla something. Carla Hayden. Ain't that her name? Bernard?
Yeah. I know you're talking about.
She was the Library of Congress. Now, what I don't agree with is I don't know what she was doing. Maybe that's something I need to look up and see what was she doing. But apparently, she wasn't doing a too bad a job because she was appointed on Obama's term, this last term, September 2016.
Yep.
And I looked it up. The Library of Congress, the person who's appointed that position is always appointed by the president. So the president, they will appoint that position to someone, right? That's credible. Well, whoever they deem fit for that position. So Obama, obviously in 2016, it was finalized as she started her position with the as a library. So they got a 10-year. They got a 10-year term. Now my thing is I want to figure out, do they get paid the whole 10-year contract, like the 10-year tenure? Like you said, what if another administration come in and they decide that this person is not the person they want in that position? Can they obviously
10 years, then technically
10 years, it's 10-year term. What I'm saying, is that the contract?
But 10 years mean that technically that in a way she might be fired, but she might be still, because a lot of times they tell you
I'm saying she still get paid. She might be fired, the next person coming up, the tied person, but I'm saying she still get paid the tenure though, that contract.
Yeah.
That's what I'm trying to say.
Look at this.
So, they trying to say, oh, this Trump. I don't know this. I don't know if he's getting rid of this woman because she's black or not, bro. So y'all try. This is the problem when you try to oversell this black shit, right? I don't know if that's the truth or not. We got to do some more investigation to make sure, right? Because the lady been there 9 years. She got, like I said, I don't agree with them getting rid of her before, because next year will be her in and out her tenure. right? Next year in September should be in her tenure.
Black general too, though. They got rid of him before his term was about to be up too. You notice that? And didn't Trump appoint him in the
But
first
see, the thing is why they publicizing this stuff, because you know what I'm saying? That's my thing. Because like you said, the turnover of power, it always happens. So why they pick and choose which ones they want to highlight to us to get people riled up when we know when new ministers, when new supervisors come in, when new companies buy out, just like with the Foot Locker. Is everybody gonna keep their job with these Foot Locker companies? Probably not. Managers and shit, all that shit gonna get fired. Someone might stay. The turnover, right? When a new administration come in, no matter what level, it's all the same. It's a corporation. So the format of a corporation, when a new administration come in, a new managers come in, new owners come in, they tend to change the management, don't they?
Yeah.
Right? I'm not saying it's right or wrong. I'm saying this is what's been going on for years. The kind of, you know what I mean?
I'm gonna show you something that's been going on here in Virginia. Well, it's going on all over the country. But I want you to hear this.
Beside a Confederate burial ground, transports you back in time. Built in 1844, this place of solemn reflection is considered sacred land. But this past weekend, someone chose to disrespect this final resting place.
It's unforgivable.
Taylor Lewis leads the nonprofit that runs this cemetery. He's furious and heartbroken.
Makes speechless why somebody would come into a cemetery and destroy stones of what's supposed to be a peaceful and restful place.
Lewis says last Saturday night, someone trespassed onto cemetery property and toppled more than a dozen stones, causing thousands of dollars in damage.
Cemetery officials are still in the process of adding up the cost of all this destruction. They estimate it's around $20,000 in damages.
Police are actively investigating this case. In fact, authorities have dusted the headstones for prints and hope it leads to an arrest. I'm Jay Korf for Fredericksburg City Cemetery, which sits beside a Confederate burial.
And that's about 45 minutes from me now. I said, well, damn, that's kind of crazy, right? But then you go to Georgia, and people doing the same thing. They stealing people belongings at the cemetery and all that type of stuff. So people doing grave robbing type shit. This shit.
Man, you know how long that's been going on, bro? But look, I'm gonna tell you how deep it is. You got stragglers that's doing this. You got a ring scammer, thieves rings that do this stuff. But you also got allegedly that some of these damn cemeteries, some of these damn funeral service places, they've been stealing them damn bodies out them damn graves, and them people's bodies ain't even been there. A family, you got to pay for them cemetery slot, and your family what's the name stuff ain't even in there because they didn't took the shit out. They didn't double back and took it out. This is the people that own the legends that own the cemeteries. That own, you know what I'm saying? That's charging people slots. They didn't double back and took the people bodies out of the damn thing, bro.
You know what's crazy?
What's that?
I wouldn't know if they did that because, like I told the guy, talking about it, he was like, "Look, got my aunt, mom, I think my aunt's daughter on the same tombstone or something." And they always ask me, when the last time you been in the cemetery? I said, dude, I don't even waste my time. He was like, why you don't go? I'm like, man, look, hey, ain't nothing I can do, man. I said, I know people put flowers, I know things. I got my own way of dealing with it. I said, I can always sit back and reflect if I need to. But at the same time, you go in the cemetery just to, it just doesn't really do nothing for me. Let's put it like that. It doesn't. It kind of gonna put you in more of a damper. And like I said, my mom had a lot of issues at the end of her life, so it was like, maybe you just deal with it. But at the same time, I understand why. But then again, I don't know. If I did go by there, somebody might have went through the grave or something. What you gonna do if somebody go through the grave? What the hell are you gonna do? Right? Because you ain't.
But see, that's my thing. These people, they're charging people thousands of dollars, bro. for these grave slots and stuff, man. All the money these people pay, and then to now find out that some of your, family members remains and stuff might not even be there. I'm telling you, we've been dealing with these people that come to this country, boy, straight thugs, man, scammers, mastermind, criminal masterminds. Jesse James, we can name these motherfuckers. Billy the Kid. You know what I'm saying?
You're right.
These old train robbers, bro.
And they romanticize. Yep. Fantasize and romanticize about them.
Yep, you're right, man. Well, let me play this one because this is a little bit more kind of like this is out here in Will. Now this is a tourist area. I go out here to DJ all the time. I mean, a lot of people move out of town in this area, but they call it Colonial Williamsburg. It's an interesting place. I mean, it's more like a tourist place. They got Busch Gardens there, and a lot of people go down there with the muskets and stuff. They got all these resorts. They call these what they call the Williamsburg Plantation Resort and all that stuff. A lot of stuff down there. More like a tourist area.
America saw history unveiled this morning.
A vigil this morning at the First Baptist Church in Williamsburg recognized the lives buried beneath a parking lot. Journalist Rick Dillow attended the vigil today and learned more about the 40 grave sites.
As they began to excavate the church, they found some bodies.
So we've got one here, one in that corner, and then one down there. So it's kind of a triangle that covers the area.
And it started out with one, and then it went to 3, and now it's up to 40.
As we expanded the excavation, we started to see more and more of these rectangular stains that are all kind of lined up. So there's, all throughout here, there are more burials.
And so today they're going to hopefully begin to excavate 3 of those bodies. We're going to have them tested and find out who they are.
This may be the top of one right here. I'll have to clean that up a little bit more.
We're going to teach this history to as many people who want to hear it, especially our children, about the good things that their ancestors did way back when.
So we didn't want to get into a situation where we had more than one body in the grave. So this is nice, it's discreet, it's very clear. We said, let's start with that.
Let me tell you about these tours. I'm gonna tell you about these tours right quick. They do in these areas. Let me see, like you see this white boy right here. You see him, right? All right, let's watch this. I'm gonna tell you how this shit go. Because I mean, you go on the tour, you had this tour guide, and they saying they found one body. You don't think they know these damn sites were there before they took you on the damn tour? I'm just asking, man. You really think they I mean, I don't know if he's the tour guide or whatever. I'm just saying. I mean, I just know how these things work. They gotta make you, this is what people go to. And you want to discover history, fine, no problem with that. But sometimes you gotta what are all these grave sites? And they're on the top of a parking lot. Look, Chak, we walking on top of somebody's dead body right now every time we step on the fucking goddamn ground. So when we go outside, we stepped on somebody's dead body. Shit. Yeah.
Well, you know what? Allegedly, like I said, a lot of these colleges, universities, and HBCs and PWIs are built on top of grave sites. Now, was it Harvard? Somebody just found the tomb somewhere on the college campus. They just did some type of tomb, some shit somewhere. Did you hear about that here in America?
I heard about it.
Where was it at? That was in Cali, right?
Yeah, it could have been in Harvard or something.
Somewhere like that. They just found the tomb or some shit like that. They supposed to be excavating this tomb or some shit. They claimed it. Something like that they found, right?
Yeah.
Now, I'm just gonna say this. They have been having a lot of violence at these funeral homes though, lately. And so that's one thing that's going on that people don't know about. Now, Frank, since you in California, before I go, I'm coming to you because you're in California. And State Farm, Jake Yeah, Jake, they got something for you. Yeah.
My name's Travis Sarno. This will be my 12th year in Major League Baseball. I'm Chase Sarno, former.
If you are a State Farm policyholder, your premium could soon be going up. The State Department of Insurance just approved the company's emergency request to raise rates following the Los Angeles wildfires. So here's exactly what that means for you.
Really never seen any destruction like this before. Everything is gone.
Months after the deadly wildfires in Los Angeles destroyed tens of thousands of homes, California's largest insurer may now raise rates. State Farm requested an emergency rate hike, saying they are in financial distress as they expect to pay out more than $7 billion in claims. Insurance expert Carl Sussman saying,
part of this agreement with the Department of Insurance was if they're given this immediate rate increase, immediate meaning it's going to be in effect June 1st, what will State Farm also do as a gesture of good faith? They will bring in $400 million from their parent company immediately to their California company to help shore up their finances right now.
The request has been months in the making. California Insurance Commissioner Ricardo Lara requested an independent review and a hearing that lasted for days before a decision was made. A judge overseeing that hearing approved State Farm's request, saying, taken as a whole, it represents a fundamentally fair, adequate, and necessary measure, effectively functioning as a rescue mission to stabilize State Farm's financial condition while safeguarding policyholders. Commissioner made the final decision Tuesday, adopting the judge's ruling, adding that State Farm is also precluded from issuing any new block non-renewals through the end of 2025.
What he's doing is he's hedging his bets, as he's saying, look, if I'm going to give you these rates, don't turn around and slap me in the face and say, oh, and by the way, we're going to get rid of another 10,000 or 20,000 or 30,000 policies.
Here's what this means for customers. According to the State Department of Insurance, State Farm can do the following starting June 1st. Homeowners could see an average increase of about 17%. Renters and condo unit owners could see a 15% increase on average. And rental dwelling premiums could go up an average of about 38%.
So for State Farm policy,
that's what I wanted to get to. So your rent, if you're renting, you could go up 38%. All right. Now, a lot of you renting, big problem. Yeah, big problem. Crazy shit, ain't it, man?
All by design, baby.
Yes, it's by design. I cannot lie about that. Now,
Walmart talking about they're raising their prices because of the tariffs, but
a scary story out of San Antonio. A mother
they just had really high profit margin. You know what I'm saying? So it lets you know it's not about the tariff. It's because y'all can. Because motherfuckers are gonna keep coming there and buying shit, and y'all know y'all can't raise your price.
You know something. You know I eat soup and a lot of stuff, right? Yeah, the soup went up by like $3.
This is all by design, man. All this shit, man.
What it is, man. Now watch this. Last one here. This is in Texas, Chak.
Providing her son the means to carry out an attack on his middle school, and now both are facing terrorism charges. Janet Chamlian has the story. Details are disturbing.
Parents at San Antonio's Rhodes Middle School are asking why Ashley Rosalindo Pardo would allegedly provide her son with everything he needed to carry out a potential lethal attack on his classmates.
What kind of mother is she to be supplying her children with that?
The boy, according to police, allegedly showed up at school Monday wearing a mask, camouflage jacket, and tactical pants, all provided by his mother, but then left shortly after. He was later arrested off campus. Police say the boy's grandmother reported him to law enforcement earlier in the day. According to an affidavit, she said she found him on Sunday hitting a live bullet with a hammer. He allegedly told her his mom gave him the ammunition and also bought him tactical gear. Investigators say before leaving for school, the child told his grandmother he was going to be famous. Later that morning, she alleges she searched his room, finding ammunition and an improvised explosive device wrapped with duct tape that referenced the 2019 New Zealand mosque shooting. Police say they've been aware of the boy since January, when school staff caught him with drawings that included a map of the school labeled suicide route.
Okay, then why did they
But
do
when
something when they caught
investigators
him then?
questioned his mother, according to the affidavit, she did not feel concerned for his behavior, later admitting she purchased her son's supplies, including ammo.
Warning signs before, and then before he was doing this, and he was on the FBI's watch list before. Why did y'all do anything about this shit? Come on, man. Here we go with the same MO, man.
Well,
why didn't he get expelled from the school then? If he had all these plans and motherfucking blueprints of the school and all this bullshit, you know what I'm saying? Like, what's up?
Got a point, man.
Oh, man, you already know what, man.
But I mean, that's just the way it goes, brother. Now, let me say this. So be aware. Just want to say this is Chak. I was out today, and I saw something that was kind of weird, you know. And I was like, you know, I was just, you know, I was at the locker, you know, getting ready to go or whatever. Having a look. I said, yo, wait a minute. It's this little white kid that be playing basketball with me. And I happened to look at this guy. And he had like a shake, right? And I said, what is that powder? And he mixed it together. But he saw me looking through the mirror. He tried to hide it. Chak, these young boys be juicing before they turn 18. I was watching this
bro.
Together. I watched him put the shake together, got like a protein thing, and then he had something else, like some white powder or something. I just couldn't get it all together, but I knew it was something. Because I told you that motherfucker got kind of strong over the last couple of months. This boy can't be there for 17 years old. So I'm telling you, these young boys are juicing before they even get out of high school. That boy had like a tablespoon or something too, or like a measuring cup too. So he knew what he was doing. There were 2 or 3 things up there. I think I saw that the NE, he might have had it could have been the creatine. I just couldn't see it all the way. But I know motherfucker was in that locker room taking that shit for he was up there for like at least 3-4 minutes. And he kind of was like kind of suspicious, like, you know, like, you know, let me. He could see me looking through the mirror, but I won't looking like hard enough to. But he knew I could see it, so he tried to hide it or whatever. But it is what it is. But ain't nobody saying nothing to these kids about doing that neither. So I don't even know why he tried to hide this shit. It's almost like second nature shit. He could have, like, what the fuck? Knock yourself out, bro. But that's how it goes, man. But Frank, where you at, man?
Yo.
Yeah, man. Shout out the information, man.
Word, man. You know what I'm saying? Good show, man. Good content, you know what I'm saying? Like usual. But yes, you know, we just got to be prepared and just peep the psyops and just, just peep and see, you know, what psyops they're throwing out and know that it is a psyop, man, and because it's all about reaction. You see what I'm saying? And narrative switching, and, you know, like I said, with the right narrative and the white narrative. You see what I'm saying? That's what it's all about, man. Pumping us with, with their ideology, making it to where we think like them. You know what I'm saying? And we get desensitized to our own fight and our own, you know what I mean, struggles. You know what I'm saying? So, yeah, man, I'm gonna stay on it, stay on their necks, and show these people, man, that we got to come up with our own agenda, man. It's not even stay with them. We got to show ourselves that we got to come up with our own agenda. You see what I'm saying?
Let me give you a workout tip. Hydrate.
Right.
With fruit.
Right. I mean on my fruit.
With fruit. Okay. Not just water. Fruit. You know, this is actually one of the, because I'm telling you, like, all right, but like I tell you, sometimes them leg cramps be sometimes putting your, I ain't gonna say they make you want to take your ass to fucking sleep. But I'm getting it together on that part. Unfortunately.
But yeah, y'all can
Berries, man. Frank, oranges, watermelons, and berries, bro.
Yep.
Word.
This is we going into the hot months. I mean, even though I feel y'all stay with a different, but we going into the hot months, man. I noticed here in Texas we hit triple digits, and in the 90s and stuff. And this heat here, bro, this dry heat, bro, it pull all you goddamn this shit pull all your minerals out your body, bro. So you gotta hydrate, properly hydrate, bro. You can't just drink water alone. You gotta have some other electrolytes with that shit, bro. So
and stop drinking. And for these, I know these athletes that I be talking to another. You know, the guy, he was like, man, BJ, man. He was like, why you ain't tell me, man? He was like, man, all right. He like, man, you know I got money, man. He like, I could have bought you a fucking, what did he tell me, man? He said, I could have bought you goddamn a 24-pack Gatorade, man.
But you said something about these creatine and these pre-workouts, post-workout products, these whey products and stuff.
Yeah, that's what the young boys do now.
Gain muscle. I wouldn't have bet you. Now, this is me saying this. Remember we had a basketball, a former basketball player that had kidney problems. Well, a couple of them, matter of fact. Well, yeah. Nate Robinson, right? Yeah. See, what they don't tell people, that whey powder and all that stuff, bro, that stuff is artificial protein and all this stuff, bro. So that stuff, it causes your kidneys, bro. You know what I'm saying?
Well, you know,
it destroys your kidneys. The receptors on your kidneys. Huh?
My buddy was at Dallas today. He's got Dallas, I think he's got it on Tuesdays, Thursdays, and it may be one other day. I forget the other day, but I know he was at Dallas today.
No, he Tuesday, Thursdays, and probably Saturdays because they do it every other. Yeah.
Okay.
They can.
Yeah, because one thing I gotta say about Dallas, I know them fucking closed on Sunday because they got the sign out there they closed on Sunday, so.
I wouldn't believe they're gonna change it in a little bit.
But yeah, so I talked to him. He said that he want to get out there and start, running and playing basketball or something like that.
Tell him he got to drink a lot. Tell him too. Get lemon, key lime, man. He got to drink lemon and key lime shots, water, ginger shots, and stuff like that, man.
He like to smoke that ganja, man.
You said.
Is that Frank?
You said lemon. You said lemon and what?
Lemon water.
Lemon water.
Okay.
Fresh squeezed lemon water or fresh, like you said, key limes. Drinking your key limes. Any citrus fruit, oranges, lemons, limes, key limes.
Let me give a
shout. That's good for the liver and the kidneys, bro.
Let me give a shout out.
Ginger shots.
Before the pandemic, even after, I think it was two little young girls, neighborhood church here in Richmond. That's probably about 15 minutes on the east end. That's where all the housing projects at. That's where a lot of the murders be happening in. But there's an old historic neighborhood. I forgot the damn street. Maybe 23rd or something like that. But whatever. So they were dealing with gentrification over there. But the grandma had a house, and the young girls always had lemonade stand. I go there, get some. They had the lemon. They make the lemons outside. You about it. Look, you get your little $4-5, the thing. But there was a grocery store coming in the area, right? Matter of fact, it's across the street from the house. Do you know they had got the commissioners on I think like the health commissioner or something, because they basically was saying like, it's all right for the young girls, to be making lemonade, but it need to be tested or some shit like that, right? Like, these little girls giving out lemons and a little bit of lemons. Let them girls make the damn business. But they wanted to make sure they had that restaurant. They gonna say a lemonade restaurant, and two little black girls say that lemonade. Man, fuck no. Fuck out of here. I don't know if they still got it in that, but I remember that. So lemons are always good. So I mean, I love them little young girl lemonade, but I can take my nephew there once, twice to get something from him. Then my homeboy eats it.
Yeah, it's acidic, but it's a good acidic though because it has other, properties in it, and it's water based. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, Frank, if you get up in the morning time, man, drink you like you said, in room temperature, squeeze you fresh lemon in your shit, man, or just squeeze you some fresh lemons in the little shot glass and take you a shot of fresh lemon.
And don't buy no unseeded watermelon. Fuck them. Yeah, like I said, man, what unseeded watermelon? Fuck them. Fuck them.
Sterilized. That's a sterilized. I said that's a sterilization, bro.
Matter of fact, I gotta call the guy to go to Fresh Market this weekend for me. Cause I won't be here. I need to tell him to go out there and give me some spinach, some eggplants, and shit like that. But nevertheless.
Are you eat eggplants too?
Yeah, I eat that.
Would you eat it raw? Would you slice it raw? What would you do with it?
I'll boil or something like that, or cut it up and boil it or something like that. I mean, like I said.
What about okra?
Okra?
What about okra?
I've had that. They had it out there too. Come think about it.
Okra water. That's another thing for people with okra water. If you can, right? If you can get it down, bro, that shit gonna be slimy. Slice you up a couple of slices. Put okra. Put some okra in water. Infuse the water with okra. Put it in the refrigerator, let it sit. And you go in there and drink you a couple, But that shit gonna be slimy, bro.
Best food that Frank, here go the thing the best thing you ever about my uncle taught me this when I was young. The best food don't usually taste good.
He says potato chip?
No, he said the best food. I said the best food don't usually always taste good.
You said the best foods always don't taste good, right?
They don't usually. No, the best foods to eat don't necessarily taste good all the time, but
right.
Or it look good. This over sensationalizing things that beauty, dye. Let's get on the dyes because that's what dyes come into play. You know what I mean? I didn't know eggs went white.
Hey, look here, man.
They dyed. You know they're fried, they bleached.
Hey, look, man.
What happened?
This
eggs,
right here.
A lot of eggs ain't white. They bleached them.
Hey, look, yeah, they bleached. But look at this. This black seed oil ain't exactly the best tasting thing, but it's okay. I like it.
Hey, Dr. Saber said you can build natural muscle with black seed oil. I had me some, but I never stayed on it long enough.
So we be doing every day. What do you take the black seed oil every day or?
You believe it or not, you want to know some wild shit? And you're gonna laugh at this. I had some water one time, right? I said, you know what? Fuck this shit. I'm gonna put the goddamn black seed oil in the fucking water and drink that shit together. That shit like it make you go to bed.
Yeah, it's out there.
Huh?
Flush you out, huh?
He said, well, I mean, go to the bathroom quite a bit. I tell you.
Yeah, flush you out.
Yeah, flush you out. But at the end of the day, that's what you gotta do. That's the price of doing business, man. You gotta flush out. So I mean, that's how I did it. But what I'm saying is, last couple months been kind of crazy. And I'm like, damn, I got the guy. And then the guy was telling my nephew diabetes, something like that. He said, BJ, well, they did say that diabetes among younger people is going up. I said, it's been up. What are you talking about? He was like, yeah, man, but they eating a lot of what do you call it? Ultra processed foods. You're like, what is all ultra processed shit? It's a processed than that. God damn, ultra processed, all that other nonsense, right? So that's what we like to say. But it's all good. Go ahead, Frank. Shout out.
Yeah, you know what?
Oh, go ahead.
I see the commercial though. Can you hear me? I see the commercial promoting the damn type 1 diabetes. Like old lady said, oh, my son has type 1 diabetes, and I didn't. And they promote you go get free screening, free treatment for damn type 1 diabetes, free screening. Mm-hmm. Damn.
Yeah, and like my boy said the other day, he said his energy was low, and he said, man, the guy said, the doctor told him, hey man, have you had your prostate exam yet? You're 42 years old. You might need to get it checked. Yeah.
You know what I found out too with this testosterone? Because you know they've been saying, hey, that men's testosterone has been lowering over the last, you know, 100 centuries or some shit, right? I found out a lot of this medication and stuff, it not so much as lowers it, but it raises the estrogen and the cortisone. So if it's raising that, then automatically the testosterone is going to take a hit. So it don't necessarily, your testosterone might not be low, it's just your estrogen might be high. And that can cause an offset.
Good point.
You see what I'm saying? So we eating a lot of products, soy, or we eating products and shit, a lot of, you know, these products that make you feel more feminine. You know what I mean? And your cortisone and all that shit, cortisone and the cholesterol medication and all this stuff, it's throwing off the testosterone and the estrogen. It's unbalanced. They know this shit, bro. They messing with the chemical makeup of us, man. In so many ways, bro. Anything artificial, bro. Anything that they put a label on, the shit's artificial. You best believe your body, you already got creatine that your body makes naturally. So the thing is, you got to figure out, well, how do you raise that creatine or balance it off where you can build that type of muscle? Well, they're gonna sell you the artificial shit, just like the protein,
right,
and everything else.
Well,
so your body gonna now not have to now know how to naturally reproduce it or produce it. So now you're gonna be on. You're gonna have to take the supplement because your body don't produce it anymore, or it's not producing it like it's supposed to.
Right.
Well, since you're talking, Chak, go ahead and share your information, man.
Yeah, man, tap it shit out. What time is it? Right.
It's 1:44 on the East Coast.
Frank, you want to go live on Instagram? Shit, because I do want to talk. Man, I did want to talk a little bit about this, the playoffs a little bit, man. Because a lot of sad niggas out here, they full of shit, bro. I wanted just, that, and I did want to talk about, what was something else? What were we just talking about? Oh, the Tory Lanez shit. The Tory Lanez and his,
Yeah, matter of fact, but yeah, go ahead and talk.
Pull the video up before you go. Can you pull that clip up?
When I woke
the
up
press conference clip?
Before I leave out to go to North Carolina, I actually if I get up in time, I was gonna do another show in the morning.
What time you talking about doing in the morning? Because if I'm up, I'll just wait. But I've been thinking about it since I got a little energy tonight. I might go live on Instagram and Facebook.
What is it like? I might get up early, but maybe like 8 or 7 your time, maybe. Well, it would be 8 here. Whatever's an hour from you, I'll look into it.
Yeah, it's gonna be 7 if it's 8 there.
Yeah, anytime.
Be on Central.
Between 9 or whatever, because I ain't. I'm gonna leave out of here probably at 11. But yeah, whatever. But whatever the case may be. But yeah, go ahead and say something about Tory Lanez though, because that's an interesting case anyway. Yeah, I forgot to mention that.
But yeah, it's some new information that came out, man. That just what's the name of that group? Frank, did you see the video that Dane Kelly put up?
What group you talking about?
It's some group that deal with wrongful convictions of people like that, and a social justice and activist group, or some type of lawyer group, or some type of activist group. But they was handed some information, new details, exculpatory evidence or some shit that the girl Kelsey admitted. Some with the bodyguard in her driver, some admitted that she had the gun. She the one shot the gun. And Tory Lanez pretty much didn't shoot the gun. Matter of fact, they brought out the evidence, and they called for Gavin Newsom to give a clemency or what is it called?
Pardon?
A pardon, yeah, for Tory Lanez, because they did their research and like the evidence and stuff. The whole way they processed that, bro, was completely wrong, because out of all the people there, he the only one that they tested. And this is in the police report. This is all the information that they pulled. And details in the case. They tested the only people in that incident that night. They tested for gun residue was Corey Lanes, and guess what came back? 0.0%, 100% negative, in any gun residue, gunpowder residue. Now they didn't test nobody else but him, and it came back negative.
Yeah, that's some railroad.
So they got the evidence. They submitted to the Attorney General and all this stuff. Went to the proper channels to submit the evidence, and they asking that he be released. You know what I'm saying? His sentence be blah blah blah, because new evidence that came out. But they made it public because, like you said, they hid all this shit, bro. Even the way they processed and proceeded there, bro. They, you know what I'm saying?
Right. Yeah, see that right there. That right there, man.
What you think about that?
Immediate dismissal, and he should be able to sue for that. I mean,
yeah, and guess what? Allegedly, they had this information in the document research. They filed all the proper paperwork, and lo and behold, 2 days after that, either the day of or the day after that, Tory Lanez gets stabbed at 14. He stabbed 14 times. He gets stabbed 14 times after they file all this information and stuff and submit it. And they found the information. They found out that the girl, the lady, the Perez chick, somehow she had somehow she was, I don't know if she got in contact with Kelsey somebody, but they was like she wasn't supposed to be doing involved in this case. This wasn't nothing. So what was she? You know what I'm saying? I said, damn. They probably try to put the hit on him and shut the nigga up, bro. You know what I'm saying? Now I always said that I don't think he did that because it didn't sound right. Now, is he maybe guilty from some other things? You know what I'm saying? Being a knucklehead. Yeah. Toting guns around, yeah, because he had a gun charge. He was previously in probation from a gun charge in Florida, some shit like that.
Well, I'm gonna just be nice.
But that had nothing to do with this particular case, bro. So,
hey man,
you know.
Hey, look, man. It's called black men is very public enemy number one again, or they always have been, but. Yeah, that's how it works.
Pretty much.
Tory Lanez thing. That's how what he basically saying a bunch of fucking nonsense. So,
but these are teachable moments though, man, because even the way he was acting prior to that, like I said, hey, he was acting like a little thug and stuff, bro. So they gonna label you that because you was going around running down on niggas and shit, pulling guns out on people. You had your bodyguard team beating niggas up, other artists and shit up, intimidating them and stuff. You know what I'm saying? And that energy, you take that energy with you, bro. That's what me and Marcus was talking about earlier. The spirit and energy that you have on you, man, and you surround yourself with it.
To me, it sounds very with Tory Lanez, it's weird. It sounds very man, how long has shit been going on with that? Making it sound like 2020, whatever this shit was.
Yeah, it had been released 2022 because it was doing the Breonna Taylor. Remember they was doing remember they had people was marching stuff for Breonna Taylor and all that stuff. Because I think he had put some money on Breonna Taylor stuff too. He was marching with the people too at one point. And another thing too that Dane Calloway brought out with Tory Lanez. He was one of the ones when he with the contract, his master's with Interscope, I think. And I remember he was online and stuff, and he was acting out and stuff, and going in on him and stuff because he wanted to get his master's to buy his master's back from him. So he ended up getting him, and I think he ended up making like $10 million on streaming. People don't remember this stuff. I remember when he was online and stuff and streaming and stuff, and he was making money. I'm talking about, but they claim he made like almost $10 million on streams and shit. He was teaching people how to stream their own music and get money off of it. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
He was putting people on game. You know what I'm saying?
Makes sense, brother.
So when you're dealing with these mob, mob mentality, big business, mogul people, bro,
Hey man,
they get ways to get you by there. It might
It's
not
so-
be today, might not be tomorrow.
and yeah, I Frank, you saw the information I forget.
Nah, yeah,
Go
man.
ahead.
Holla, hit me up, XX Frank Nitty XX on YouTube and Instagram, and I got Frank Jones 8115 on Instagram too. Tap in with me.
And I want to tell you something, because it's gonna
Mhm.
be some funny shit. So, I was thinking about this thing earlier, man. I said, hold on. So, Tory Lanez, what you did wrong. You probably should have messed with me. I want you to play this. Not joking. This is what you got. This is what you got to tell them chicks, man. This is what you got to tell them.
Man.
You should probably been chilling, man.
See, that nigga went chilling the damn self.
Man.
I wouldn't be surprised if he ain't there.
Right. Hey yo! Hey yo! He damn sure what was it?
Huh?
Yeah, he damn
What'd you
sure
say?
was. That's how you
That's Aaron Hall, right?
That's what Tory Lanez do a lot of singing, don't he?
He can rap it up. Yeah. Right.
My warm embrace. That's what he should have said. He should have rapped in a warm embrace.
But see, you're right. These are teachable moments, though, bro. Because, like I said, I mean, hey, I don't know if we got Napoleon complex or not, but this should be a teachable moment to him to be cool, like you just said, man. Be cool. You know what I'm saying? You can be cool, bro. You don't have to, you know what I'm saying?
Let's chill.
Over, be cool.
Because that's why I say, yo, you got to tell him, man. We got to chill out, man. Right now, see, it's like this, man. I can totally get a couple boy man. A lot of people, it's just overgrown type of bullshit, okay? Matter of fact, I told the guy, the boy, you're about to be 30 years old in July the 16th. Matter of fact, what day is it? May 16th, man. Right. 16th, man? What day? Yeah, this is 16th, man.
Yeah, it's 15.
Okay, it's exactly 2 months. Now I said, when you look at it now, and you really think about it, the people you thought was adults act more like children. And children, I don't know what the hell they do. They on some other shit today. But some of them, not all. But what I'm saying is, hey yo, you know what? Fuck it. Let me play this one. Yeah, I remember this. This is what it is, man. I'm gonna be dead on with you, man. This is what it is. You know what? This is what we on right now, man. I'm gonna just say on with you, man. You know what we on, Shaq. This is what we on, man. This is what we on.
Hell no.
We're on a state of Arrested Development. That's what they call Arrested Development. That's the group.
Now, was they part of the was they part of Zulu Nation?
So,
Huh?
I think so.
You said was there a part of what?
Yeah, 'cause the Zulu Nation.
I don't know. I don't know.
Wait. But you know what? They were here last summer though, or last.
Oh yeah.
Fall. They was here. Yeah, they came by. Yeah, but I'm just saying that they What the hell?
What?
Oh, that's the damn show called Arrested Development. No. We talking about the Arrested Development group. I'm just saying that a lot of times we've been acting like we're in state of Arrested Development.
Well, yeah, I mean, you know. Hey, man.
They were on Vagabond Records and tapes. And they got a lot of people in this damn thing. I don't see no Zulu Nation on here, though. But they I just was saying that, we got to chill and we got to get out of Arrested Development. That's what we got to do, man. I mean, it's like this, man. We got to understand, like the cards really ain't. For some people, it might fall in your hands, but hey, look. I mean, they about to build another casino in Petersburg, Virginia. That's about 25 minutes away, yo. I was like, yo, I told you the guy there, he was like, I said, wait a minute, we better really. Like, Petersburg is getting kind of wild now because Petersburg ain't had shit going on in decades. They about to build a casino. I said, damn. I already know what time this is. I already tell you what type of time it is. He was like, Petersburg don't got a lot of the guys got locked up. Ain't no shooting around there. Ain't that much stuff going like used to. I said, you get a casino, there gonna be some shooting out there in that motherfucker. I told him that damn stuff.
Oh, man.
I said, you get a casino in that Petersburg ain't that but 25-minute town, bro. I'm telling you, that shit was crazy. I said, matter of fact, he was like, man, he was talking about, I might go the first night. The guy said, why the hell you go to a casino first night they open? He's like, that's when all the shit go down. Motherfucker get mad.
But why would you put a casino? So is that a city or a town that they put a casino in?
It's a city. It's a city out. It's about 25 minutes away from Richmond. It's a guy like Petersburg, Hopewell, Colonial Heights. Matter of fact, one of the boys in Hopewell just got drafted by New England Patriots. His name is Travion Henderson. He went to Ohio State. Matter of fact, Petersburg got three people that you know very well. You might know two of them very well. One of them was Moses Malone. He's from Petersburg, Virginia. Frank Mason, Petersburg.
Why they don't talk about Moses Malone, bro?
I mean, hey man,
Moses Malone was a beast at the center, bro. You talking about a bro? You talking about a bro?
Came
You
out
talking about a beast, nigga? Aggressive nigga, double, scored down that paint, bro. Off of that, come on, man.
Yeah, he's from Petersburg, and there's another guy named what's his name? Mark West. That's his name, Mark West. Yeah.
But when he played with the fingers, he was a center, right?
Yeah, Mark West. Yeah, he the other one. Yeah, they him. Guy that played Miami Dolphins. What's his name? Kendall Langford. He was from Petersburg. He went to Hampton. But the Petersburg. They have some guys come out there. But I definitely. Moses Malone, that's what Moses Malone was all the time. I don't know if Frank Mason broke his record or not in scoring, but Frank Mason, everybody used to go see Frank Mason in Petersburg. Frank Mason was one of like 87 children. But I think he's playing.
You said 87 children?
8 or 7.
Oh.
I think Frank, is playing in Paris or France right now. I mean, if I want to, I can one of the guys. Hang out with him and stuff like that. He still comes to the barbershop and stuff like that. Like I said, I did the event where he was at. Matter of fact, I got a picture with him. Matter of fact, but Frank is cool. He went to Kansas and shit. But
speaking of the basketball, did you hear about the new WNBA team? Canada team,
they making they got a new WNBA team.
They got a
matter of fact, WNBA season start on Saturday, I think. Saturday, yeah. Matter of fact, Matter of fact, I know it started on Saturday because the guy was talking about it because he was like,
they come on regular TV, don't?
I think it do. I think all the games come on regular TV this weekend, possibly because I know they got. WNBA, I think they got a game. Matter of fact, they do got a game set. Oklahoma City and Denver.
And your girl just got the Nike deal too, though. The Aja Wilson just got the Nike deal, right? Shoe deal.
I Wilson. Aja Wilson.
Aja Wilson. Yeah.
She what's that girl name? My homeboy, his son played against in AAU ball. He played against the boy that messed with Wilson. What's his name? Bam Adebayo. That's his name. Yeah, he played, but yeah, he played against.
But let's give a shout out. I mean, like while we talking, man, give a shout out to goddamn Indiana Pacers, man. They made it back to the conference finals. They beat the goddamn Cavaliers. You know, the Cavaliers had some injuries, so you got Minnesota Timberwolves. They kicked the Golden State. They got them up out of there. You know, Kirby got injured, so Anthony Edwards, Ant-Man, he knocks down once again, bro. This nigga took down 3 legends, bro.
Well,
huh?
Yeah,
he is he the legend killer? I think Ant-Man is the legend killer, bro.
You know, it's funny you saying that because a guy did bring it up. He said, you know, one of the boys, he was just saying Ant-Man good, but he was like that's like you got to put an asterisk on that if guys get hurt.
Ain't no asterisk, bro. Right now, bro, you got to play. It don't matter. You know what I'm saying? You got to play, baby. Because if they came on and play hurt and win, y'all give them the credit. So hey, yeah, I get it. But it is what it is.
I told him it's kind of weird though, because I was saying that. Oh, wait a minute. I told him, but you saying that because Boston beat the Knicks last night. I was like, he was like,
right, they beat the shit out of them too, without Justin Tatum. See, I'm gonna let you finish because okay, yeah, I want to give you a good take on that. Yeah.
I mean, boy Brunson started committing dumb fouls, but yeah, I mean, he was just saying that, and the boy Porzingis got some. I think Porzingis got some type of illness or something. He said, but he was just saying that, you know, that it is what it is. He said that there's no way because Cleveland lost in 5 and Golden State lost in 5, right?
Mm-hmm. Lakers lost in 5. Don't forget the Lakers.
Well, you talking about this series right here, right?
Second round.
Yeah, you in the second round, right? Going to conference final, right?
Right.
He was like, once Curry got hurt, and he said they Minnesota losing 5, and he said Tatum got hurt, and the possibility Boston. He said he had already showed me he had put a parlay on Boston to win last night and them to win night because they got to have at least one of these series go game 7, at least. He said this is
of course. I think both of them going to game 7s because, like you said, you just had the Indiana Cleveland ending in 5, and you just had the Timberwolves and Golden State ending in 5. So yeah, these next 2 games might end it like you said. They're gonna at least be 6. They at least got 6, but one of them definitely gonna go to 7 for sure.
They already got. Well, they got the one going 7. I told you.
Oh, Denver won.
Yeah, as a matter of fact, come think about it, that ain't just Sunday.
Okay.
So usually these teams get 1 day of rest. They're gonna have 2 days.
Okay, when did they play? Today? I mean, yesterday?
Tonight, matter of fact.
I'm not they played Wednesday then.
No, they played tonight.
Who?
Well, yeah, it is 1 o'clock on East Coast. Okay, they played 4 hours ago.
Okay, so they played Thursday. Okay, and what was the score?
I think them were like 14 or something.
Yeah, you know they want to. I mean, come on, bro. Too many of these guys. LeBron, the Lakers got out first round. They got pretty much a gentleman sweep. Minnesota. I mean, even though Grizzlies, they were up in the middle pack, but the shit kind of got tight the last 15, 20 games of the season when a lot of these teams started to come back to play.
They talking about trading John Morant too, possibly.
Well, I've been told you that John Morant, they're gonna have to get John Morant. You know what I'm saying? Like I said, I don't see
tired of his antics, man. They say tired of his antics.
I don't like her. Memphis is not a big market. He's a big market player. You know what I'm saying? So I can see John Morant and the Giannis teaming up, or them teaming the John Morant and the Zion Williamson up together, putting them on because they both are small market teams, but they big market players. Huh?
They play AAU together too.
I didn't know that. But yeah, because I can see them guys playing because that's a good dynamic. You got a guy that's a perimeter guy, that's athletic, they can take the ball, and you got a guy that's playing the paint, that's athletic. They can shoot the jump shot and can take you off the dribble, get you off the bounce, snap the rebound. So All they need is a third guy, and that would be a decent combination. I don't know how they would share the ball. They would have to play with each other, figure out how they share the ball with each other, but it can be done. You know what I'm saying?
I look at them like this. I just say, look, we got like I said, that they making a whole lot of money on these what do you call it? These what do you call it?
The parlays and shit on these
Yeah. Because the guy
Kings and shit.
Yeah. Because because I'm like, so I asked the guy about the parlay. He tell me about it all the time. I said, I said, are you betting on the game? He said, no, you don't. He said, the parlay, you don't care about who win the game. You got to make sure the players get the points you need.
The stats, the stats. To make the points is the stats. But you
and
did SG? Did he get over 25 points this game? How many points did he get? SGA.
I think he had like 31, probably.
Oh, because the over under I think was 24.5 or something, 24.9 or something. So
let me look at this thing. Let me look. Now wait a minute. Hold on. Let me look at this thing. I'm gonna tell you right now what he had. He probably had like 30 something. I know. Okay, Jokic 29, 10, and 8 or something like that. Okay.
Yeah, Jokic. That's what I'm saying. I don't think Jokic. I don't think he needs to score 40 points for him to win. I think he needs to do just what he know how to do, is get them 25, 26, 10, 15, and 10. And I think they're a better team when he's getting that, when they're trying to put everything on his back. Because what you do is you stifling the other players' ability to do what they need to do and fill up those over stats. I don't like their game to play.
They had the bench Porter Jr. and Westbrook. But
so who they replacing with?
They had a boy named Strava come off the bench for 15 points. They 4-8, 3 or 4 from 3. He played in Gonzaga. He was a second-year player. The white boy from Kansas, Braun, had 23 and 11. Murray had 25. Gordon had 5. Porter had 10. Okay, now, and looking at parlay here, if you were looking at a parlay, the guy who averaged 20 points a game for OKC, wasn't he young? Jalen Williams, he had 6 points. He was 3 of 16. He had 10 assists, but he was 0 of 4. So you were betting a parlay on Williams, you would have lost a lot of money.
Well, it depends on what the parlay was, like you said, because they be having this 25 points rebound plus rebounds, assists, shit like that.
I know you can get more. I know in that parlay he gonna get more than 6 points. The guy at 20 only get 6. I think Holmgren had 19 and 11, and what's the boy named Caruso had 10. Let's see. Okay, no wonder they was 11 to 40 from 3. That pretty much says it all. And the Nuggets were 12 or 40, 32. That's 37%. Okay, yeah. Christian Braun at 23, Murray at 25. They claim Murray was sick too, or something like that. Say Murray had an illness right here. But nevertheless, hey, look, they gotta make some money now because guess what? The Knicks playing at home tomorrow. Now I'm gonna tell you this is funny shit because New York and Minnesota both traded a player for each. They traded
right
for Randall.
Right.
So wait a minute, hold on, man. Because Minnesota, this is their year that SPARS pandemic supposed to come about or something like that. This no wonder the Minnesota Timberwolves was good. But then again, I look at it. Is this Oklahoma City playing? Wait a minute, man. What happened in 1990? It was 1995 that Timothy McVeigh bombed. I gotta go back and look. I looked at them tomorrow.
Yeah, something like that. 94, 95.
Okay, so it would make surprise if OKC and something like that. Also, let me say this last thing. We'll go. Nebraska, they say elected their first. Is Omaha, Nebraska elected their first black mayor. So it's Omaha, Nebraska. So just remember that. Nebraska, the Cornhusker State. So people need to pay attention. Watch surroundings. Like I said, if you're in Richmond, you're in Virginia, watch out for the all this water. I mean, it's shit today. I said, damn, all that damn water we had in Maryland and Virginia. I'm like, damn, all this damn water. Like a deluge. But guess what? That's why I had to come on and talk about it. And people, please, right now, it's graduation. Please watch your loved ones. Because this shit is getting wild. We just had another shooting tonight. Somebody got shot dead in the car again in Richmond. Just be careful. Shit. Watch your back.
Yeah. When you called, I told you I was on I follow this channel on Facebook, Smash what is it? Smash the Topics. And like I said, they pretty much independent. You know, they do a lot of street news and stuff. I mean, do a lot of on the street news. They get to the scene, and report it live. But yeah, some young female got shot, man. Ended up getting shot in the leg or some shit, and she ended up crashing the car into some other people's car or some shit. I'm like, damn. In Dallas, everybody. They be going down, man. They be going down in the cities, bro. Like a monster.
Yep.
It goes down.
But yeah, just take your time, brother.
Yeah.
Salute.
All right, yes, sir.